Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you are recommended to turn on your camera and change the virtual background to the FIMS 2022 official background. Please mute your microphone in order to avoid any noise interference and distraction during this program. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all the guests and audience. We are about to begin our webinar session. Please have a seat and make yourself comfortable. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to our respected speakers, Dr. Agus Widarjono and Mr. Irwan Abdullah, universities, institutes, and countries. Let's work together virtually 2022 program. The title for our talk is Sustainable Development of Islamic Capital Market Globally. I am Wardatul Husna binti Mr. Hudin, having given the task to be a moderator for this evening. For the topic of this slot today, we will have two speakers. This talk will be started by our first speaker, Dr. Agus Widarjono, and then it will be continued by our second speaker, Mr. Irwan Abdullah. Every slot by speaker will be around 40 to 45 minutes. Start with our first speaker, second speaker, and then we will continue with Q&A session, 30 minutes. Participants may ask any related question on your microphone or by stating it in the chat box. Before we go through to our topic, I would like to formally introduce all of you a little bit about our first speaker today, Dr. Agus Widajono. Dr. Agus had completed his degree and master degree in economics and chose agricultural economics as his PhD. From 2018 until 2000, he had become the head of Department of Economics, Faculty of Business and Economics, Universitas Islam Indonesia. As for 2014 until 2018, he was a chairman of Center for Islamic Economic Studies and Development, Faculty of Business and Economics, Universitas Islam Indonesia, and he was the head of Economic Study Program, Faculty of Business and Economics, Universitas Islam Indonesia in 2000 until 2005. Dr. Agus Widajono had actively published a lot of journals involving economics and Islamic marketing. He is also a member of professional associations in Indonesia, such as ISEI, Indonesian Economics Association, and IAIE, Indonesian Islamic Economics Association. So, without wasting any time, I would love to invite our respected speaker, Dr. Agus Widajono, to share about the topic. Dr. Agus will be focused more on suku issues. All right, Dr. Agus Widajono, now the floor is yours. Please be welcome, Doctor.
Okay, everyone can see my PowerPoint, please.
Yes, is it clear?
Okay. I'm going to discuss about the SUKO. This is one of the instrument in the capital market, and I'm going to discuss about trend, prospect, and the sustainability of this kind of the Islamic bond, Islamic debt instrument. And I'm going maybe discuss the globally, as well as maybe I'm going to discuss a little bit about our Indonesian case. Okay, that's my voice is clear. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yes, clear.
Yeah. Okay, before we discussing about SUKO, maybe first of all, I'm going to introduce what is the foundation of the Islamic finance, because you know that's the Islamic bond, Islamic bond and conventional bond is totally different. Okay. First of all, yeah, because I'm a lecturer, so that's why first, yeah, we discuss what is the basic idea of the Islamic finance first. Okay, you know that's Islamic finance is really on the what is the Aqidah, because we are have to follow the God and follow the Allah and the rule of our Prophet Muhammad. Okay, and here the Sharia is not just a non-economic man, so we have to consider what the society, etc. And every activity, you know, have to pursue justice and equity. Okay, and then transaction should be benefit for all partner. I mean, this is what we call in Islamic maslahah. Okay, and based on the Islamic finance, because in Islamic finance, trades is allowable, but you know, we don't consider that what is capital as kind of the asset. Yeah, this is why in Islam not fixed and like interest rate now. Okay, this is totally different between Islamic bond and conventional bond. So we based on the sharing and expose, not fake ex ante using the interest rate. Okay, this one then based on this Islamic value, yeah, then that's the all financial instrument, including SUKO, yeah, first is must free from interest rate. This is stated in Quran Surah Al-Baqarah 2025. Allah said that sorry. Yeah, first that this is stated in the Quran Surah Quran 2 Surat Al-Baqarah 2025 that akalallah al-bai'un wa haraman riba. Allah permits give allow us to have a transaction, but not the riba, not interest rate. Okay, this is the basic, the first, and we also free from the corruption. When in Islam, in Arabic word, what calls riswah. Okay, Then second, we have to avoid the goror, excessive risk, unnecessary risk. Okay. And the third, we have to avoid also the gambling. Allah said in the Quran, Al-Maidah verses 90, Allah said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu innamal khamru wal maisyaru, ya ayyuhallazina amanu innamal khamru wal maisyaru wal angsabu wa salamu rijsun min amali syaitan. Maisir, that is like the work of Satan. That's why maisir, gambling, speculation is not it's not allowed in Islamic finance. This is the basic of the last one is jahal. So we cannot get the benefit because somebody else don't understand what we do. That's why this is profiting from other ignorant. So this is it's not allowable. So that's why in Islamic finance there are 5 instruments that have to free from this kind of this problem: riba, corruption, horror, maisir, and also jahal. Okay, this is all finance instrument. Then we have many type financial instrument. I think it is familiar. If you are familiar with the Islamic bank, maybe you are familiar. First is mudoroba. This is profit loss sharing contract. Second is the musyarakah, partnership, joint venture, both providing capital and labor. The second murobaha. This is profit markup sales. Then the next is ijarah. This is list-based transaction. Then istisna is a progress-based agreement manufacturing. And this all of you have salam, forward sales, and the buyout taman ajil, lump sum different sales. And we also takaful, and this is usually from the Islamic insurance. And then we have wadiyah, and we have also wakalah. This is some type of Islamic finance contracts. That's suku also must follow this kind of the contract. Okay. Okay, suku. We are going to discuss detail about the suku. Okay, suku like bond. This is Islamic bond. This is kind of the investment certificate. But avoid interest rate because interest rate is prohibited, right? Okay, what is suku? Basis for suku. You can see from the, for example, the one of the Quran in the Surah chapter 5. This is Al-Maidah. Chapter 1, Allah mentioned that Ya ayyuhallazina amanu awful bil uqud. Hi, who believer, you have to fulfill your contract. This is kind of the problem and the kind of the principle basic, right? Because if you issue the suku, mean you have promised to then pay the return for who buy your bond, Islamic bond. That's why the basic for the suku is that every believer must fulfill the contract. Okay. And then also you can see chapter 15, 17. This is Al-Isra. You can see verses 34. You can explore this, right? And also the suku also free from the interest rate. I mentioned before is and Al-Baqarah chapter 2 and verses 275. Okay. Then that's why, as I mentioned, because it's free from the interest rate, free from any kind of the speculative transaction, then this is some underlying Islam contract for suku. Can be murabahah, can be mudorobah, can be musyarakah, can be istisna, ijarah, by salam, by bitamal ajil, by inah, etc. This is the principle depend on the agreement between the issuer and the buyer of the suku. Okay, and this is key differences between bond and the suku. Okay, but the tenor, the time, is almost the same between the conventional bond and suku. But the financing category totally different. If you buy the conventional bond, mean that's the company issue the conventional bond mean borrow your money. But for the suko, no, this is not debt, but ownership. Yeah, it's totally different. Underlying asset and conventional bond without underlying asset, but for the suko we have underlying asset. Okay, and the next about the return. Yeah, return is depend if the conventional bond usually using interest rate, fixed income. But for the suko, no guarantee in return. Yeah, depend on the agreement, depend on the type of the suko. Maybe can mudharabah, can musyarakah. If the profit loss sharing system, then yeah, depend on the condition. That's why I said before that Islamic finance depend on the post ex ante, not the ex ante. Okay, this is totally different between the bond and suko. Yeah, convention bond and suko. Actually, the idea is we avoid like excessive transaction, speculative transaction. We avoid the interest rate, and then we want to set up the this kind of instrument suko based on the Islamic value. Okay. Let's see the global Islamic finance industry landscape. Okay. This is the Islamic finance asset growth. Yeah, starting 2010, 2005, we projected like we have 4,940 billion US dollar, and this is the trend of the Islamic finance is good. I mean, every year that there is trend to increase, and we hope that in the 2025 it's almost like a 5,000 million US dollar. Okay. Then, so if we see in detail, this is distribution of the Islamic finance. Okay. And the first one is Islamic banking. So in Islamic banking is the contribution. Second kind of asset is suko. Yeah, suko is the second asset of the Islamic finance asset in the world. Okay, and the third Islamic fine, and other Islamic finance institution, and takaful. The lowest one is the takaful. Okay, so I mean the suko is important kind of the Islamic finance in the world. Yeah, number two after the Islamic banking. Okay, when we see the Islamic fund asset by region, we can see, yeah, the Gulf cooperate country, like in the Middle East, this is the biggest Islamic asset finance, yeah, in 2002. Then the Southeast Asia, like Indonesia, Malaysia, this is the number third. Yeah, that's why we are also the biggest because the area who provide the Islamic finance. Yeah, and okay, then based on the country, based on the country, the first is Iran, and the second Saudi Arabia, and the Malaysia is the third one. Yeah, Malaysia, because in Malaysia that's the government support the development of the Islamic products, like unlike Indonesia, in Indonesia, for example, the Islamic Bank. Yeah, Islamic Bank is most of the Islamic Bank in terms of the number is based on the society, not based on the government support. That's why we are number what number? Indonesia number 7, in terms of the asset, in terms of the asset, we are Indonesia number 9, number 7, and Malaysia is number 3. Sorry. Okay. Then, and we see this is the suko, global suko industry landscape, and this is the outstanding suko value outstanding and billion US dollar, and the 2020, like I said before, this because this second biggest Islamic finance, and this is suko, then this is trend, and we project that then 2025 and the next 5 year, then I hope that then our suko is more than suko asset is more than 1,000 US billion dollar. This is the positive trend of the suku, yeah, in the world market. Okay. Now, okay, if we see, yeah, based on the region, yeah, then the South Asia, yeah, South Asia is the biggest, yeah, the biggest suku asset. Yeah, I mean the issuer, the South Asian country, yeah, is the most country, yeah, issue the suku, yeah. This is 2020, yeah, like maybe like I said before, like Indonesia, like Malaysia, or maybe like Brunei. This is the country who contribute to the suku asset in South Asian countries. Okay, and then we have Europe. You know, and this important thing, right? Even though this is Islamic finance, but non-Islamic country also provide the Islamic finance, including this is like Europe. Yeah, most of Europe is not Islamic country, right? That's why this is important, because yeah, now the Islamic finance is suku is kind of the industry, right? I mean, finance industry. Yeah, the non-Islamic country also provide the Islamic market, Islamic product, Islamic finance product like suku. Yeah, because I think suku, like I mentioned before, yeah, suku is when we see like actually suku is the fair transaction. Yeah, because the return based on the result of the activity, not based on the interest rate. Yeah, that's why we uses profit and loss sharing principle. This is makes that's the non-Muslim or non-Muslim country also interested to provide the suku, provide the any kind of Islamic finance asset. Okay. 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 Next, yeah, top country in suku value standing. Yeah, the Malaysia. Yeah, thanks for the Malaysia that government support on the kind of this Islamic finance market like Malaysia. This Malaysia the first one. Yeah, 2020. This is 232, and then second is Saudi Arabia, and Indonesia the third one. Yeah. Okay. This is then we have UAE, Qatar, Iran, Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman. Then all is this is the Muslim country. But we see that there is a positive trend that might be in the next 5 years. I hope that Malaysia and Indonesia can give the more good environment for the suku market. Okay. Okay. The based on the transaction, then the most transaction is based on the murabaha. Yeah, this is markup sales. This is type of the type of the suku transaction. Yeah, the first is murabaha, then ijarah, then hybrid, istimar, wakala, mudharabah, dan wakala. Okay, this is type of top of suku structure used in 2020. Okay, next. This is another. Sorry, I think I will skip. Okay, then suku insun by entity types. Yeah, the first is domestic. Yeah, yeah. You know, we have the like conventional bond, we have the government bond, and we have the corporate bond. In Islamic, bond, we have also the Islamic government bond. Then we have Islamic corporate bond. And we can see from here, based on the domestic insurance, that most of the suku is from the government. Yeah, from the government. Yeah, yeah. So sovereign, this is the government bond. Islamic government bond, this is the first one. And the trend, you know, little bit, you know, yeah, also concern. Even though 2000, yeah, like 2016 is same, 2017, and then is decrease is down, then but then jump to the 65% in 2018, and then back to the almost 60%. So and what I mean like because what I mean like the Islamic government bond is the most issuer, I mean the most of the suku and domestic market. And the second is international issuer. We can see from international, yeah, that's the most of the suko type is the quasi sovereign. I mean, mix between government and the private. Okay, between government private, between government private. This is international issuance. But as I said before, in the domestic issuance, most of the suko is issued by the government. Okay. Okay. How many minutes left? Do you have it? Do you have it? Sorry. Hello. How many minutes left? Sorry, how many minutes left do you have? Oh, Mrs. Fuertes not here. This, okay, let's continue.
About
Okay.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, yeah, maybe like 15 minutes. Okay, okay, okay. Now of the suko, the trend and of the suko that we can see before that, that's the suko is our suko market is a positive trend. I mean, that's even though this is the still second set, but suko is have a positive trend that might be market suko might be is growing well in the future. Yeah, we are going to discuss what is the trend and sustainability of suko. Okay, this is the main topic. Okay, I mentioned before that we have many types of suko. Like the first is corporate suko. This is private suko, not government suko. Yeah, this is the first. But you know, when I see the sovereign suko, like the government bond, Islamic government bond, this is the most important thing in the market, suko market. Yeah, sovereign suko. This is issued by the government. Okay. Yeah, why? Yeah, and this is important. Why is sovereign suku or Islamic government bond is so important in the suku market? Because it is related to the fiscal policy. Yeah, it's related to fiscal policy. When the government issue the suku, mean the government need money. Yeah, need money because the government budget is not enough. The tax, the domestic revenue is not enough to fulfill their expenditure. That's why now the government prefer to use instead of the foreign tax, using the Islamic bond. Yeah, I think might be 20 minutes years ago that government prefer using the foreign tax. Yeah, this is direct tax. But now any government will prefer using the government bond. In terms of the Islamic market, so now government prefer using instead of using the suku, and this is important for us, yeah, because sovereign suku like government Islamic government bond, this is because the part of government fiscal policy, and you know this is the riskier Islamic asset because this kind of suku is supported by government. Yeah, government cannot failure. That's why if you buy the sovereign suku, mean Islamic government bond, this is we believe that the risk is zero. Yeah, the risk is whenever the maturity is come, yeah, maturity is come, then every government exactly pay the kind of the return. Yeah, because this is supported by the government. That's why I believe, you know, then the suku will have a good condition in the future. Yeah, because it is related to the government fiscal policy. Okay. You know, and we have organization of Islamic corporation. We have like 75 countries, and this is we can collaborate with each other. You know, that's every country, you know, can issue the suku, sovereign suku, and then we can share this information to the member of this country. And I believe, you know, because we have many countries as member of the OIC, and I believe that kind of the sovereign suku is the most important suku in the suku market. Yeah, because we have many member of this. Right? Okay. And And the top 5 sovereign suku is Malaysia, yeah, Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Turkey, and Kuwait. Yeah. So I believe that demand for suku in the future, usually for the foreign suku, is we have a good prediction, right? Yeah, because this kind of suku is supported by the government. Okay. Okay. This is the information about the suku insurance. Yeah, and there are many. This issuer type is corporate, but we have sovereigns, and we had all sovereign. Yeah, but for example, yeah, Saudi government suku is the in terms of the now in in terms of the numbers used like 2,500 million US. Yeah, this sovereign suku, and most of the base like the corporate suku. Okay, this is 2019. Okay, so we believe that I said before that's because this kind of suku is supported by government. That's why I believe that every country and the member of Organized Islamic Corporation will support this kind of this. Then we can collaborate with each country. So that's why we believe that we have a good trend of this kind of suku. Okay, sorry. Okay, and recently also we have ESG suku, environmental, social, and corporate governance suku. Yeah, yeah. This is related to the SDG. Sorry. Okay. This is aligned with the UN United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Yeah, yeah. Aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goal. So now many countries, yeah, provide the what called as ESG suku. Yeah, yeah. Mean that's the kind of debt is used for the environmental, social, and corporate government. Yeah. So I believe that because this is according to the recent trend, that's recent condition that we pay attention for the sustainable development. That's why we also some country also issue the what we call ESG suku. Yeah. How to make our world is the better condition. That's why this is the the important kind of suku in the recent condition. Okay. Okay. And in 2001, it's reached like almost 4 billion, yeah, billion US dollar, yeah, for the ESG suku. Okay. Okay. For example, Malaysia issue like 800 million. The tenor is like 10 years, and then we have also Indonesia issue like 750 million during the 30-year tenor. And this is the second, sorry, this is the second is the green suku. Yeah. Yeah, and this is also the kind of the suku is also the in line with the now is the environmental condition. Yeah, this is why also some country also issue the green suku. Yeah, yes, to find the environmentally sustainable, like it is aligned with the SDG. Yeah, sustainable development goal. Yeah, but this is focused on the environmental condition, Yeah, and this is, I think, this kind of suku, yeah, yeah, the kind of suku is like issued like in the recent condition. Initially, we don't have the green kind of suku because, as I said before, this is related to the recent condition. Then some country, for example, Indonesia issue like 750 million in 2020, and then Turkey issue 38.4 million in 2020. Even though in the small country like Sudan also issue the green suku. yeah, 11.3 million in 2001. Okay, I think we see that this is my my opinion, and the last discussion, that I believe that suku, yeah, will grow well, yeah, in the future, might be 10 or 5 years, and we see that every country then issue the new kind of suku related to the recent condition. Like for example, yeah, I know that the sovereign suku Islamic government bond is the main, yeah, main part of the suku, but and this kind of the suku, you know, this is supported by government. That's why this is the most important kind of suku. But some country also consider then recent condition, like the issue like suku, green suku, the issue like ESG suku, and I believe in the next future, yeah, might be we every country, Islam Muslim country, can also follow the recent condition in the world market. For example, I said if we now consider the environment, then we issue the suku based on the environmental condition. And we also, when the next time we issue but the new, for example, technology, might be the any country will issue the suku based on technology. This is my opinion. So the suku market is adaptable. I mean, I believe the future that the sustainability of the kind of suku is, yeah, can be what do I think, can be sure, yeah. So that's why I believe that suku, because we can have better, yeah, better condition in the future. And also, in my opinion, yeah, suku because based on the, I believe this is a result of this activity. Yeah, I think I done my presentation, and OIC member can also follow. Then every country, the member can then buy in the suku. Then we believe that the future, then our Islamic finance market will be dominant, yeah, in the Islamic finance market. I think that's all my presentation. Then time I will give you to the Mrs. Warda. Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you for the sharing session just now, Dr. Agus Widajono. For participants, if you have any question to Dr. Agus Widajono, you may state the question in the chat box or raise your hand and turn on your microphone. Next, we will continue to learn about this topic with our second speaker, Mr. Irwan Abdullah. Before that, I would like to introduce all of you a little bit about our second speaker today. Currently, Mr. Irwan Abdullah is the head of Islamic Capital Market Indonesia Stock Exchange. Mr. Irwan has been working at Indonesia Stock Exchange since 2000 and began to focus on developing the Islamic capital market since 2010 at National Sharia Board of Indonesia, a vice chairman of the Islamic Capital Market Committee at the Islamic Economic Society, a member of Islamic Capital Market Committee at the Islamic Economics Expert Association, a member of Sharia Stock Selection Committee, and Mr. Irwan Abdullah is chair of Sharia Committee Markets and integrated training in the Islamic Capital Market, the Indonesia Sharia Stocks Index, online trading. So with waste any time, I would love to explain Abdullah. Mr. Irwan, it's yours. Please welcome, sir.
Thank you, MC Wardah. Assalamualaikum
Now
warahmatullahi
the floor is
wabarakatuh.
yours. Please.
Let me share my presentation. You can see my presentation?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, today I will tell about what we call it the development of the Islamic capital market. A lesson from Indonesia. Why we should listen from Indonesia? Because Indonesia is unique. When we talk about the Islamic capital market and when we talk about the strategy to develop the market, it's different when Malaysia developed the market, and it's different with the other countries. For example, Iran, Dubai, UAE, develop our market in. Okay, why we should know about the 10 years? Because if we talk about the histories about the Islamic capital market in Indonesia, we start from the 1997. It's a long time ago, but the market is asleep until 2000, and we start to pick up the market start from the 20th. To develop our market in the last 10 years. This is the pictures of our market. If you want to know, especially for the Islamic capital market, if you want to research about our market, you must know that the Indonesian Islamic capital market has the potential to grow enormously. Why? Because the majority of the population are young people. You can imagine. We are talking about 270 million. This is Indonesia. When you want to enter our market, you must know that the youngest with another market. It means the income is different with the Malaysia. It means with Iran, with UAE, with England. Because we talk about the young people. All strategies to develop the market, we should focus on the young people. You must know that the fastest maybe in your mind is how come? Why? Let me show you some data about that, about to support this fact. And 10 years ago, the Islamic financial markets, especially the Indonesian Islamic capital markets, was almost unknown. Not only in the global, but our local market, our local people, almost unknown about the Islamic capital market. In fact, as I said before, the Indonesian market since we launched the first Islamic mutual fund, then followed by the first index in 2000, the Jakarta Islamic Index. But today, let me show some data about Indonesian market. Okay, but today the Indonesian Islamic capital market is well known in the global markets with some achievements. The Indonesian market has received many international awards for its achievements. We need only 10 years to build the market. We need only 10 years to speed up the growth. For example, we are the second most developed country in Islamic finance, based on IFDR 2021. Yes, the first is Malaysia. Islamic finance country, IFDI, Islamic Finance Country Index, IFDR, Islamic Finance Development Report, all about the international or global report. Indonesia is the best Islamic capital market of the year based on GIFA. 2 years in a row, 2019, 2020, and 2021. Indonesia is the third top global sukuk market in 2020. As Mr. Agus said before, yes, this is the current condition of Indonesian market. Then let me start another data. Okay. This is the index. This is the international. When we talk about the Islamic index in the global market, for the benchmarking, we talk about the DJMI, we talk about the FTSE Syariah, we talk about in Malaysia we have 2 index, right? FBM Hijrah Syariah, FBM Emas, and we talk MSCI World Islamic as NPOIC. The data. We call it ISSI. Be careful. ISSI is different with ISIS, right? The S have 2, the I have 2. We talk about the Indonesian Sharia Index is the year on June 2021 to June 2020. The data is something interesting. When the index of all the global Sharia decline, the Indonesian Sharia stock encouraging growth. This is the data about the Indonesian market today. Let me show another data. Okay. The performance of the Indonesian Islamic capital last 10 years. Look at the Islamic investor. In 10 years, increased almost 21,000%. If we talk about, just a minute, just mention about the all product, the market. The data show products or assets or securities increase significantly in 10 years. So today, we can see, if we talk about the market of the Islamic stocks in the Indonesia stock, so we talk about 40 stock, we talk about 51% by value, and we talk about 52% by volume. It means Indonesian stock exchange dominated by the Islamic stocks market. And we developed all of this in the last 10 years. Okay. The question is how we build 10 years, we built some achievements. In 10 years, Indonesia market can increase significantly in almost in every products. How come? How the strategy? Yes, we do three strategies, three pillars of the strategies to develop our market. Education, collaboration, innovation. This is our strategy. Why we use these three pillars of our strategies? Because based on our research in 2010, before I developed some of the instruments, some of the infrastructure in Indonesia stock market, we did some research about the market. Because you can imagine, we have markets, but nobody index, but nobody use. We have some regulation about the Islamic capital market, but nobody aware about that. Our market is sleep. It's like in the movie, Sleeping Beauty. So, based on the three steps, we find the three pillars: education, collaboration, innovation. And that is mean all of the strategies. When we develop the education model in Indonesia, the definition is how to increase the level of awareness. This is very important. If you talk about the Malaysian populations versus Indonesian, Malaysian because in Indonesia, the of a Malaysian is almost the same with one city in Indonesia. How to increase our market awareness? This is the goals of our education. Increasing the level of awareness about Sharia investment in order to avoid the offer of many illegal investment schemes. In Indonesia, we call it bodong. This is our problem. This is our barriers when we develop our market. How? We provide the free Islamic capital market in the education. Free education for the market. To all our people, to all Indonesian people throughout Indonesia. Free of collaboration. We use the term collaboration because collaboration means if you talk about the all, it means science or cooperation. In term when we talk about the young people, we collaboration means we develop the Sharia capital market with stakeholders, collab with our stakeholders, all the stakeholders, regulators, national Sharia boards, and of course the communities. This is the key. We develop our market education program the Islamic school. Yes, Sharia Economic Society. Okay, to develop our generation, so we should collaborate with communities to grab the market. With the communities, we find out every community has a different characteristic. So we find out every community, what is the characteristics of this one, the MES is different. And educational strategies is the key in developing the Islamic capital markets. Because we believe that the development of the market is not only one session, but should sustain. Product, infrastructure, and educational strategy. This is very important. Okay. And this is the result. The Indonesian Islamic capital market currently has many choices of Islamic investment product. You can say Islamic stock, yes. Sukuk, of course. Islamic mutual fund, yes. Islamic asset-backed securities, yes. We have the regulation about that. Islamic trade, yes, we have regulation about that. But we developed another product for the market. We developed the stock wakaf using Islamic stock as an object. We developed stock zakat using stock as the object of zakat. So you can pay your zakat using stock. Not only stock, but the tradable stock. You can buy stock from the, use it as the object of zakat. You can buy stock, use it as an object of, become a wakif, a person who pay a wakaf, and all the product, we call it the philanthropy Islamic stock tradable in Indonesia stock market, is we create for the young people. It means we create for the retail market. You only need one lot to pay the wakaf. And I believe this is the first in global market in the world. This is the first one. Because why? Because we talk about the retail market, the tradable stock, and small amount. If you want to know about more about the mechanism or model of this product, I think we need another series to explain, because a lot of things should be explained. Sukuk. Because Indonesia is the retail market, so we build the unique sukuk. We call it the retail sukuk, and this is the first in the world. Retail sukuk means the sukuk for the retail market. You need only a small amount to be a sukuk investor. We create another product, another wakaf product using sukuk as an object, as an underlying. We can pay wakaf, use using sukuk. You invest in sukuk and you pay wakaf. We develop what we call the saving sukuk with the green sukuk, green retail sukuk. This is the first and only one in the world, the green retail sukuk. In other words, we call the saving sukuk. What the difference of the retail sukuk? The saving sukuk is like a deposit, time deposit in bank. You cannot trade. A saving sukuk is not tradable sukuk. A retail sukuk is tradable sukuk. It's the different one. Yes, we have a lot of choices. This is another something another interesting, and this is, I believe, this is only Indonesia practice. The Indonesian Islamic capital market is the first market with this trading mechanism, the created Sharia. It means not only fatwa background, but all the system, all the mechanism, from the trading mechanism to the clearing mechanism and the settlement mechanism, all the process have a fatwa. Yes, we have 25 fatwa only for the Islamic capital market. This is every product, only product, but every step in our trading mechanism, from the opening account to the settlement, create fatwa for them. A very specific fatwa. So you as investor, as an Islamic investor, you can feeling what we call it, feeling comply with the Sharia. Another one, this is the way in the world. The first Islamic fintech was developed in 2011. After we have the second Sharia index, we developed this system, this platform. We call it the Sharia Online Trading System, or SOTS. This is the first Islamic fintech convert fatwa. You can imagine the DSN, the Sharia National Board, issued fatwa. And using this fatwa, we developed system 100%. This platform is come from the fatwa. In other words, we convert fatwa, all the fatwa, to become the system, to become a platform. And the platform is on principles and used by retail investors as a tool for investing in Islamic stock. So you can imagine the retail investor in Indonesia, when they want to trade and comply with Sharia, they no need to read fatwa, they no need to find out the index, they no need to find out the Islamic stock, this is Islamic or not. But all the things do by the system. You only use the system using your phone. No worry about the Islamic compliance, Islamic principle compliance. The system do. Why? Because the system convert fatwa. So this system is derived from the fatwa number 80. What about the fatwa number 80? It's about the stock trading mechanism. The fatwa number 80 is about the stock trading mechanism. So this is the fatwa for the trading mechanism in the Indonesia Stock Exchange. So the model business developed by the Indonesia Stock Exchange. We developed the model business, and then we give the investment bank. The securities company built the system using our business model for free. We give the model business for free. After that, to identify that the platform is comply with the Islamic principle, the Sharia board. So the DSN, we call it the DSN in Indonesia, National Sharia Board, certified the system and check regularly to make sure the system is always comply with the Islamic principle. The system always comply with the fatwa number 80. And then after the system get the certification, get the certified, so the investor can use that platform to trade. The investor no need to read the fatwa. This is okay, this is not, this is halal, this is haram. Just use the fatwa. Just use the system. The retail investor no need to check the list of stock. This is Islamic or not. This is halal or this is haram. You can imagine more than 65% of our stocks in Indonesia Stock Exchange are Islamic stocks. With this system, with this platform, with the SOTS, the investor or not. Why? Because the SOTS only Sharia stock allow for trading using the SOTS. The non-Sharia stock, the system automatically reject your order. So you can follow the order to another step. The system told to you, hey, this is not Sharia stock. You must change the order. Trading by margin or depth is prohibited. So you can do what we call it the margin trading. I believe in Malaysia is low. In Malaysia has Islamic margin trading law. It's prohibited. What we call it what is the margin trading? It's simple one. You buy stock, but you have no money, so you must buy using debt. It means when you use the system, the SOTS, you can buy stock when you have no money, because the system will stop the trading, the order. You cannot do the order because the system is not low. Short selling is prohibited. What is short selling? Short selling, it means you have no stocks, but you sell. Because it's prohibited by the fiqh, so it's haram. the system talk to you. You cannot sell if you have no stock. If you don't have a stock, you cannot sell. In conventional one, you can do that. You can do short selling. And I believe short selling is prohibited too in Malaysia for the Sharia perspective. So it means in Indonesia, when you want to transact, when you want to invest in the Sharia way, and you use the SOTS, it means you only can transact using cash basis. The simple one is, if you have no money, you can order. If you have no money, you can buy stock. Because cash basis only. Then the portfolio is recorded separately. I mean, if you have a portfolio, a stock portfolio, you have stock portfolio in your securities company's account, in your account, and you have Sharia stock and non-Sharia stock, and the system will record it separately. So your Islamic stock is separate from the non-Islamic stock. This is what we call it the Sharia online trading system. Because this system, because this innovation, Indonesia received a lot of award. Because this system, our number of investors grow significantly in last 10 years. Today, we have almost more than 115,000 investors. If you ask me in 2011, how many Islamic stock in Indonesia? 0. This is, we call it education, collaboration, innovation. And this is the lesson from Indonesia. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. MC, please.
Okay. Okay. A huge thanks to Dr. Agus and Widarjono and Mr. Irwan Abdullah for giving us a lot of new knowledge. Without further ado, let us move to the next session, which is Q&A. All audiences and participants, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand, turn on your microphone, or you can also ask in the chat box. You may briefly introduce your name and your university or institutions. Okay, so we have one question from Nadia from USIM. I have a question for you. Would you mind to share with us your experience and journey of becoming a member of Stock Exchange Indonesia? Okay, so maybe Mr. Irwan can explain and answer this question.
Nadia asked me about my experience and journey of becoming a member. I mean, a member of stock exchange is the securities company. Is it your question or my journey to be one of the Islamic capital market employee in IDX? Please clear the question, because if you talk the member of stock exchange Indonesia, it means Islamic, it means a securities company. In Indonesia, the member of stock exchange is securities companies. Yeah, please elaborate more about your question, Nadia. And me, not employee of the Islamic a securities company. I'm working in the IDX right now. Please elaborate, and you can ask again about your question.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nadia from Muslim. So I would ask Mr. Agus, can I? Okay, so question for Mr. Agus is, okay, I have been informed before this that the proceeds from the suku holders, okay, need to be used for the development in line with the ESG and the SDG objective. Okay, so I wonder if there is any issue that might occur, such as they use the proceeds for the other things. So what is your opinion regarding this matter? Is there any current issue that they misuse the proceeds that have been invested by the suku holders? That's all holders. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. So sorry, the question, what is the Nadia, the question for me and also for the Mr. Erwan Abdullah, I'm not sure. Because one is question first is from the chat that's asked for the member of the stock in the exchange Indonesia. This is to the Mr. Erwan Abdullah. But for the Nadia, they asked what it is possible that we can issue the suko as related to like recent condition, like when I mentioned that like a green suko and SDG suko. I mean, this is just adjust for the recent condition, right? So I think we believe that, and I'm not sure what is the main issue in that now. What is the main issue regarding to the kind of the economic condition? I think because this is kind of like a bond, right? Like kind of like the debt. I think we can. It's my opinion because I'm not the member of. Maybe Mr. Abdullah can explain this, but I believe that because like Mr. Irwan said that we, for example, for Indonesian case, you know, the suko mean refer to the big debt, right? Then we can issue the small suko, that's right, retail suko. This example, that's the kind of the suko is adjustable. I mean, we can follow the what is the society need, right? Like for example, in Indonesia, we need the small suko. Yeah, we have retail suko, for example. Yeah, this is my opinion because this is that's suku is the flexible, flexible Islamic bond. That's why the kind of this Islamic security can follow the recent condition. I think this is my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Agus.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The case of Malaysia might be what is the recent condition, economic condition Malaysia. That maybe we can also what is just. I mean, we can also fulfill the society need regarding this kind of economic condition. Because I'm not familiar with Malaysia. That's why, for example, I gave the example Indonesia. Yeah, we have the retail suku. This suku with a small number of money. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have a question from Baiduri and Mercy. Yes, please.
Okay, Assalamualaikum to Dr. Agus and Mr. Irwan. Maybe this question can be answered by both of you. I think this question might be very basic because I don't have basic in capital market. Okay, when we are talking about capital market or suku or bond, what is the real characteristic of sustainable suku? Because since we can see there are a lot of possibilities on 2025 day, there will be more issue suku and we even can relate it with the ESG and so more. But the question is, what is the main characteristic of sustainable suku? Thank you.
Please, Mr. Agus first.
Okay, yeah, I think okay, yeah, I'm academician. Yeah, that is not the practitioner. I mean, you know, when we discuss the basic of the suku, right? The suku is free from the what kind of interest rate, right? Because interest rate is like the fixed cost, right? And suku is not, yeah, right? Suku is not based on the exposed ex ante, right? So this is makes the kind of this Islamic Islamic asset this is make you know, everyone is prefer using the suku instead of the fixed cost, because this is what my opinion is the fair transaction. Yeah, if you know, if you use the interest rate mean for example the issuer have to pay the fixed cost, right? But if you issue the suku, mean that all is depend on the return of this kind of the transaction, right? So that's why this make the suku as the more sustainable than the conventional bond, right? Yeah, this is the principle of the Islamic contract in my opinion. Yeah, this is makes the suku is more sustainable, more stable than conventional bond. Okay, this is my opinion. Yeah, based on the basic idea of the Islamic capital market.
Okay, sustain suku, sustainability suku, sustainability market, sustainability development. You can name it. All the thing with the sustainability in front of is mean the Islamic principle. Everything should be compliant with Islamic principle. That's why I don't agree using sustainability for the Islamic terms, because Islamic ways should be sustainable. You can need SDGs, ESG. It's all about the Islamic way. It's come from the Makosid Syariah. If you elaborate the Makosid Syariah, is all the SDGs variables. I'm one of the person has no agree with in the Islamic finance, in the Islamic economics, because in my opinion, Islamic capital market, Islamic sukuk, whatever, should be sustained in terms of social, in terms of governance. That's my opinion, because I believe in terms of green sukuk, I don't agree about using the green in front of the sukuk. Should be green. Sukuk should be comply with the ESG. Okay, that's my answer, my opinion. Sustainability is Islamic. So you cannot use the sustainability if you can do the Islamic way to develop the market, to develop the innovator. All the things should comply with Islamic. It means should be sustained.
Okay,
Thank
you
you.
for both speakers for answering my question. Understood.
Okay, maybe we can thank you, Doctor. Maybe we can go for another 2 more questions. You can raise your hand if you have any question.
Assalamualaikum, Doktor. Dr. Irwan, sorry for the late response. Okay, my question is, can you share the challenges that you face when becoming a head of stock exchange in Indonesia?
Member, it means the securities company, right? Because I said member of stock exchange is the securities company. It's not a person. It's not another institution. It's only securities company. This is the uniqueness of Indonesia. You can if the Bursa Malaysia, if we talk about the member of Bursa Malaysia, it means the company under the Bursa Malaysia. But if you talk about the member of Indonesia Stock Exchange, it means the securities company, and not the person. So I need your question more specific.
I got it.
Is it your is it your question is regarding the securities company or not?
Yes, actually, first I thought you were a member of a stock exchange in Indonesia. That's why I asked you like that question. I'm sorry,
Oh.
Mr. Rice.
Yeah, I'm not the member of stock exchange. Sorry, I'm the employee.
Okay, but from your perspective as an employee, can you share with us your journey or challenges you becoming a as an
Okay.
employee?
You mean about the member is one of a person who work
Yes,
in
yes, yes.
IDX, right? Okay. Okay, the journey. Okay, I started join with the IDX from 2000. After 5 years, become a banker. Yes, after I'm from the economics, from the if you know the one of universities in Indonesia, Universities Pajajaran. Okay, economics. I'm from the economics, and then 5 years after I graduated from the economics, 5 years I was a banker. Then moved to the Indonesia Stock Exchange. 10 years after joining the Indonesian Stock Exchange, we believe that the Islamic capital market is the future of the capital market. So the journey started from there, from my thoughts that the Islamic capital market is the key of the capital market. Islamic capital market is the futures of the capital market, not only in Indonesia, but the global. So from that thought, Islamic capital market as the milestone of our of my journey in the Islamic capital market development in Indonesia, started from 2010. After I did some research about the Islamic capital market, and I developed what we call it the Islamic capital market school. Not like a school, not like a training or workshop in common. We believe the model is the starting from the zero to the from. If someone came to the school and listen, become the attend the school from not from no nothings. After out from the school, he or she should be an investor. So this is the integrated school. Only 3 days. For the first time, only 3 days. First days is talking about learns about the capital market. Second days learn about the fikih muamalah, the Islamic principle for the capital market. And third, learn how to trade and comply with the Islamic principle. So to develop the concept, we collaborate with the DSN, the Dewan Syariah Nasional. We collaborate with the MES, and we collaborate with the communities. This is the first time I use the strategies, education, collaboration, and innovation. Yes, I innovated the concept. I collab with the main stakeholders in Indonesia, and I educate people with the free of charge. Since then, we try to every year. I try to innovate something. 2010, I found the business model of the Islamic capital market securities. 2011, I found the ISSI. This is my thesis, my master degree, become the index. Then, in the same time, I developed the SOTS. So my journey is full of the passion to the market, because I have a passion. I love the industry. I love to learn about the Islamic capital market, because I believe that the Islamic capital market is the future of capital market in the global market. So for you, for the young people, for the member who attend, you should find your passion and you do that passion with your heart. Inshallah, become the pahala in your journey. And currently, yes, 20 years more, I become the employee of the IDX, is still here. But I love this industry. I hope I answer your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Irwan.
Thank you, Mr. Irwan, for the answer and for sharing your experience. Okay, is there any question from the participants?
Assalamualaikum. Okay, I would like to ask another question. So I think basically this is for Mr. Irwan too. So just now I noticed that in your slide that there is a statement that the trading by margin or debt is prohibited 100%. Right? Is it true? Okay, so
Yes, in
I don't
Indonesia
know.
is prohibited.
Yes, because we are wonder because here in Malaysia we have a screening method which is at least less than 33%. Okay, for the use of the debt. So we are very curious. Okay, how which screening method that that
Indonesian youth.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So can I change my question? So I will ask that later. Okay, I will to change my question.
Yeah, yeah. Please,
Sorry, I'm so
please.
nervous right now. Okay. What is suku? Suku is also like it's a debt instruments. So how the product of suku is 100%? You know that it is prohibited to use the debt, but we issue the suku. So how do you handle that? How the stock exchange in Indonesia handle that? Can you understand my question, or is it too
Please
complex?
read it. I worry to a different meaning about your question. Please read it.
Please repeat.
Debt product in IDX.
Yes.
So
Okay. That just now you said that the use of debt is prohibited, right?
yes, debt when you buy stock.
Oh, that when we buy stock. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
When you buy a stock, you cannot use a debt.
Okay.
This is prohibited by system.
Yeah, but
So you cannot buy the stock. Yes.
okay. Thank you. So actually, there is new.
Not the product, right? Not the debt-based product. It's like bonds. No.
Okay.
It's when you want to buy stock, because in conventional one you can buy stock using debt. In Islamic stock, in Islamic way, no, you cannot, because the system will reject your order. The system will detect. Do you have money? If you have money, is your money enough to buy the stock? If yes, you can buy. If no, system reject.
Oh.
You see, you
Yes.
can.
Okay.
This
Sorry.
is what we call it debt. And in capital market, buy stock using debt, it calls margin trading. It's the international term to if you buy stock using debt, in the international term we call it margin trading. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Irwan. Okay, so basically, okay, there is another that I need to reconfirm. Okay, so basically, in Indonesia, okay, if there is any, for example, the product is already in Sharia compliant. Okay, for example, the share and the stock itself, and then it become the non-Sharia compliant. So in Indonesia, they cannot dispose, right? They cannot trade back by right the stock or the share. Yeah. Okay. Because in Malaysia we have a condition, okay, to dispose the share. If the share is considered as non-Sharia compliant. Okay, that's all.
Yes, yes, I know. In Malaysia, has what we call it the Islamic margin trading, the Sharia margin trading. In Indonesia, it's prohibited. In Malaysia, you can do that because the different view of the akad. In Indonesia, if you use debt to buy the stocks, we only talk about the stock trading, right? If you use debt to buy a stock, it means riba in Indonesia. But in Malaysia, it's not riba. If not I'm mistaken, in Malaysia, margin trading using the partnership akad. I forgot the mudharabah or the syirkah. But Indonesia, it called riba because you have a debt for buying something. But it's okay. It's okay. Maybe it's interesting for your study, your research.
Yes, yes.
Your thesis, your dissertation. It's maybe interesting. You can benchmarking to model.
Yes, that's right. This is like a new knowledge for us to know. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you for the questions from Nadia and the answer from Mr. Irwin. Is there any questions from the audience? There is no more question from the chat box, and I think there is no question from the participants. Okay, I will end the Q&A session here. Thank you so much to both of our speakers for answering the questions and willing to spend their time to share with us their knowledge and opinion about the topic. Also, thank you to the participants for your questions too. Hope all of this knowledge will benefit us. We will end our Q&A session here. May the responses answer the question. As the saying goes, to every beginning, there is an ending. Our sincere appreciation and utmost thanks to our respected speakers, organizers, and participants that are willing to spend their time to join this webinar program. We from SecReFem hope that all students can benefit from the knowledge that they have gathered during this program in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, well, I believe that we have finally come to the end of our webinar. It has been a great day and wonderful evening with all of you. Again, thank you for your presence. I hope that all my mistakes and shortcomings can be forgiven. We close this webinar by reciting Tasbih Kafara and Surah Al-As. All of the participants may fill the Google form for the record of attendance. You may find the link provided in the chat box. Oh, no. Now we would like to take a group photo, and I hope all of the participants can turn on their camera to capture these memorable moments. Maybe we can wait for 15 seconds, 5 seconds for everyone to be on the camera. Everyone ready? Okay, eyes on the camera. 1, 2, 3, and smile. One more. 1, 2, 3, and smile. Okay, done. Thank you. Thank you again, everyone. See you in the next slot. The third slot with the topic digital asset, future of investment landscape. On Tuesday, 9 to 10 a.m. with Mr. Mohammed.